Tomorrow, West Ham have the opportunity to do something that we haven't done in nearly 2 years, and that is win 3 Premier League games in a row. And I'm not kidding, because it has been nearly 2 years since we've won 3 Premier League games in a row. I know there's a loss in it, but that was in the League Cup, so that doesn't count. But in between that, we did beat Wolves, Manchester United, and Arsenal. That was a pretty decent run, that wasn't it? So yeah, tomorrow against Bournemouth, we have the opportunity to do that again. By the way, if you're not already following, make sure you're doing so for daily West Ham United content. Anyway, we do have a pretty decent record against Bournemouth away from home. We've only lost there twice in our last 7 games, drawing 4 and winning 1. So while Bournemouth definitely have been the better team so far this season, without a shadow of a doubt, that does not mean that we can't go there tomorrow and pick up a result. Injuries are definitely going to play a part. Now, when you look at this, it's not actually as bad as it looks for West Ham. It is not brilliant for Bournemouth. Of course, they're missing Semenyo. That is going to be a massive miss for them. They're also missing Justin Cliver as well. Of course, we are without Ollie Scholes. He does have a dislocated shoulder. Freddie Potts has not got a hamstring strain, by the way. He had a dead leg. That was it. And he has been in training this week. So I'm not sure where that hamstring thing came from. And in the Ironclast podcast that he did the other day, he said that he does expect to be available for tomorrow's game. However, Nuno didn't seem that confident when he was asked about Freddie in yesterday's press conference. So I guess we are going to have to wait and see. But still, I do think he will be available. And hopefully he will, because we do need him in that midfield, especially as Lucas Paquetá is suspended, which is a little bit annoying. He's picked up 5 yellow cards already this season. We've only played 11 games. Seriously, Lucas, you need to sort out that discipline, mate. You really do. George Murphy, I don't think he's got a knock, by the way. He has been playing for the under-21s. So I think he may be available to pick for the squad. Mavropanos could be back, although this game may come a little bit too soon for him. So could Nicholas Fulkirk. Fabianski, I still think he is out with back spasms. And apparently Hermanson had to isolate because of some kind of virus. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not. So we could see young Finn Herrick on the bench for tomorrow's game. But the big question is, who is going to replace Lucas Paquetá in the side? Now, I am assuming that everyone else is fit and available, and this is how we would look, apart from Lucas Paquetá. I personally would put Magassa in the side. I would move him into Potts' position and push Potts a little bit more forward to play in the 8 role, because he can do that. But I'm not sure Nuno will do that. I think he will start Thomas Soucek in that role instead of Magassa. I don't think he'll start Irving. He won't start Rodriguez. And Earthy is another option as well, but I don't think he'll do that. So I think it's probably going to be Soucek in there. But personally, I would put Magassa in there and just continue to use Soucek as a super sub, because that has proved very effective over the last couple of games. But as I say, I don't think Nuno will do that. Anyway, I reckon that we can get a result in this game. I think it's going to be a draw and we will pick up a point. But as per usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know who you would bring in to replace Lucas Paquetá, and also let me know your predictions as well.